of these RSF1 Hotlaps. Up with me, RSF1 Brundle. And this time, we're at one of my personal favourite tracks on the entire calendar. It is the Canadian Grand Prix track in Montreal. But this is also a very formidable track, especially with track limits. So, don't expect me to get my hot lap completely clean first try. But we'll see how we go. We see how we get on. So, same procedure as before. The first lap is going to be slightly slower. So I can show you each one of the corners and how to take them. And then the next lap, hopefully, if I can keep it clean, it'll probably be a little bit slower. Like, not my absolute push best, I guess. Try and keep it valid. But hopefully you should get a few points from it if you need them. So a very short track again, this one. Expecting under a minute 10 these days around here in these cars. As we take ourselves past the last corner through straight. A very, very short run down to turn 1 and 2 here. Third gear, you want to sort of take the apex on the first corner and then again on the second. Short shift, because the car in these days, and I'm running mini traction by the way, will lose the car. And then 3 and 4, you want to sort of hug the apex as close as you dare. Flat up through turn 5. Hugging the apex in the first spot. Short shifting to 4th on the exit. Then open DRS for a short burst down the back straight. This next chicane you want to start braking as you hit the shadow underneath the bridge. Curbs on both sides, want to throw the car, so trying to kind of use them but don't kind of go over them. Then into the hairpin. Now you can either go first gear or second gear, depend how you run into the corner. If you run too much, first gear is probably the thing. But if you go first gear, the car on traction will be very difficult to control. And now, just on this very long straight down the chicane, and the braking point you want to hit is right at that bump there, down to 4th gear, and kind of thread the car through. The car does want to step out as you go past the wall of champions and then crossing the line. So let's see how this gets on in real time. Again, if I invalidate like early on, I might go again, but let's see how this goes. It already has, but I'll carry on regardless. There we go, 19.0. Definitely didn't nail it as best as I could, and I'd already validated on the first corner, which obviously, and that's the thing of this track as well. The chicane, if you validate your chicane on the last corner before you start your lap, it validates the one you're on and the next lap, so that can be very damaging in qualifying. So it's definite fine line, but decent lap there, but could have been obviously a lot more better. So setup 3.6 aero, can go 3.7 if you want to maximize the middle sector a little bit, but that will slow you down on the straights. So again, you may want to go for like a 2.7 or a 3.7, but I keep it personally at 3.6. 50/50 transmission, suspension geometry, front 2 to the right, bottom 2 to the left. Suspension 343/724. Brakes 100%, 50%, and then tyre pressures as low as it can go. So yeah, main corners around here, obviously track limits pretty much everywhere. The chicanes and the are the main sort of problem. The first chicane you get to is probably, no, I'd say the third chicane is probably the most difficult to keep it within the lines, because the curbs on either side, those big orange curbs, can just, they really send the car unstable. Again, second one is kind of the first part. You want to kind of aim for the apex and then short shift on the exit to minimize the traction. You get a good exit out of the corner. The final chicane really is just threading the needle. But the braking zone is as you hit the bump. There's a very formidable bump as you hit the braking zone. Is as you hit that, you start braking. It's down into fourth gear and just right and left, similar to the Monaco chicanes around the swimming pool. So again, thread the needle. The car may want to step out at certain points, but as long as you kind of counteract the slide, then it should be good. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that one. The next circuit is one I don't particularly like, so it could be quite interesting. It's the French Grand Prix around Paul Ricard. So let's see how that one goes. So from me until then, take care.